Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. How was your drive-in?
It wasn't bad. I'm getting a little old though. My vision's going, I think.
Would you like some water?
Oh no, I'm all set.
Oh,
Thank you though.
welcome. So, how was your week?
My week was very good. I think I feel it was a positive week. I had painting yesterday in my art class that I've been doing, and that went extremely well. And I was not expecting it. I had a lot of people show up. Everyone had fun. We all brought in snacks and coffee, and so it was like a little group get together. So it was fun.
That's amazing. Sounds like you're doing what you love again, and those people are really becoming closer to you.
Yeah, it was really helpful. It made me feel positive, which is a weird saying. Like I was just happy.
Yeah, and you seem very energetic and happy and excited today, which is, I know last time we spoke, you were a little bit upset.
Yeah.
You spoke about, we were talking about your concerns with your husband's things having have left your house, and I just wanted to check up on you and discuss that if anything has changed since that point.
Well, one of my sons actually surprised me at the beginning of the week. He was only there for a day though. He had like a work meeting or something. So I think seeing him really helped me this week, and we went to visit my husband at the cemetery. We put flowers at his grave, and usually something like that's very emotional. But being there with my son, it kind of put an ease to things in a way. Like it kind of helped me accept it and realize this is reality, and it's okay that it's reality in a way.
So would you say that you felt, was it like a calming feeling, or if we would put it into feelings, would be like peaceful? Is that what you're telling me?
Very peaceful, yeah. It was nice being there. We stood there for a few minutes, and it was just nice to put flowers down and let my husband know that we're thinking of him and visiting him. It was really nice.
Well, it's wonderful that your son got to visit you. I know you told me he lives in another state, and it's really difficult. And that's just great that he actually was able to take some time off to come again and see you and share that special moment with you.
It was nice having him here. It's a nice little surprise. It started my week off really nice, so it was good.
Yeah, I see you're getting good momentum going. You're doing, following the goals and following the steps to get to your goals, and it sounds wonderful that you're able to actually begin to think of your husband or go to his cemetery even and have more of a positive reaction.
Yeah, it's nice. Going home too I used to dread going home because none of the stuff is there anymore, and that was something I just never wanted to do. So I would stay at the senior center all day with the company of others, and that's why I picked up the art class and teach the art class, because I figured that's another reason to not be home. Like I have an art class to teach, but now going home too, it's different, but I don't dread it like I used to. Knowing the stuff isn't there, it was really emotional and really hard for me to deal with at first, because that's my husband's stuff and he's not there anymore. And, those are his clothes. What do I do with them? Or that's his mug that he drinks his coffee out of every morning. But then at the same time, getting rid of that, it helped me realize I can live without him here. I can move on and still be happy, but now I have this house with just memories of him, which I can look back at and be happy with.
Sounds like those items, those things that belonged to him, were kind of the things that might have been holding you back a little bit from progressing.
Yeah,
and
I definitely did. And getting rid of them to me was traumatizing. I thought the world was just going to be over.
Yeah.
And then, so those last couple weeks were really hard for me, but I don't know, this week is different.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that it was very difficult, and you were saying that you were worried that you were actually gonna you said you were feeling alone. You're worried that you were just gonna go back to the beginning and just not be able to progress any further.
Yeah.
You know, how would you think of yourself back then with that mindset compared to now?
The mindset before, I was on a roller coaster of emotions. Like one day I was good, one day I was happy, and then the next it was just I was miserable and terrible and crying and just all over the place. But now I feel like I'm on a steady path, I would say.
What has caused that change? Has it been the counseling? What specifically, if there is one, has helped you?
The counseling has helped. I'm glad that I didn't stop it. I know I said at one point like I didn't want to do it anymore, and so I'm glad I didn't because I feel like it made me realize that I was really going through the stages of grief, and I just thought like that was a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but it was actually real. Like one day I was good, and I feel like I'm at that point where I'm just going straight down, like straight through it. So that helped me realize. And then the senior center, like I'm being around my friends again. At first I was pushing them away, but now like being around all these positive people and friends and family and things like that, it just helps me continue going on. Because I need to realize that I wasn't the only person that lost someone. Like all the people at the senior center, like my husband was their friend, and then I was gonna push them away when they lost him too. It wasn't just me.
Wow, that's a really interesting perspective. Thinking about that you yourself are hurting because of your husband's death, but there are also other people hurting. Granted, they might not hurt the same as you because everyone grieves differently, but that's wonderful that you can think about those things and how that may have affected other people.
I think it's a good understanding of it, and I really like getting out now, going for coffee, going for lunch, like things like that with my friends. I'm too old, but I mean, I'm managing.
You mentioned that last week that you were too old. What makes you think that? Is it your actual age, or do you feel like you are old?
It's my age. I don't feel old. Don't feel old, but it's definitely my age.
Your age. So I mean, maybe you're not as old as your age would say you are, or as society would say.
Yeah,
or based
I
on
feel
your
like
age.
I have the attitude of a 16-year-old girl, but the age of an old elderly woman.
Well, then I don't think you should let anything stop you from doing those things you like. You said dancing last week. Did you actually end up going?
Yes, we went dancing.
Oh, great. How was that?
Different than the crowd that I thought it would be, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. It was good. I mean, we went home early, like 9, 10 o'clock, and I was really tired, but we did go, and I'm happy we did because I said that was something I wanted to do. So I actually did it this time. I'm happy I did.
That's amazing that you did it. I know you were just saying that you didn't think you could because of your age, and now you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Thank you.
I think that you've been progressing very well, and you're possibly entering the acceptance stage of the grief. What do you think you're getting? What stage do you think you're in?
I would say the accepting stage because I know no matter what I do, it's not going to change the outcome of my husband not being here. And he's not, no matter what I do, if I'm upset, if I push people away, or if I'm happy and do what I do every day, he's still just not going to be here. I guess that's okay. And I'll move on. Not move on, but I'll get through it.
Has the grieving feels like it's almost just it's become a natural part of the process for you, and it's something that you're accepting and actually taking and implementing into your own life, and looking at other people and how they grieve, and looking at other people and how your husband has possibly his loss has affected them, and kind of just coming together in a community.
Yeah, it was definitely the group has like looking at it that way has helped me. Looking at it, realizing that it's not just me, it's not all about me, and it helped me realize that it'll be okay, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I can feel it with your energy that you just seem really excited about it. So it was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you too. Thank you.
I'm sorry, we have to.
No, it's okay.
All right.
We were about to finish and they had a moment.
We had a Russian interview.